It appears that the Cyclone-class patrol boats handed over by the U.S. Navy to the Philippine Navy are keeping their two 25mm Mk-38 Mod 2 guns, although there have been items removed from the ships. Two new Cyclone-class patrol boats to the Philippine Navy, namely the BRP Valentin Diaz, PS-177, and BRP Ladislao Dewa, PS-178, may get their way into active duty within the Philippine Navy in the middle of this month. This means that there will now be at least 3 General Mariano Alvarez-class patrol boats serving the Philippine Navy. These include the SATCOM antennas, the Mk-208 Griffin missile launchers, the electro-optical sensors, and the EU system and antenna, among others. It is also unclear if the U.S. renovated the complementing RHIB and if the navigation and 2D surface search radars were replaced as well. Except for the Griffin missile launchers, all others can be easily replaced by the Philippine Navy. It is possible that it won't have similar capabilities in PN service, although the PN currently uses the Spike-R in the same capacity as the Griffin. Speaking of numbers, it is not surprising that the Philippine Navy is badly in need of warships, both new and used, as it went on a decommissioning spree where it put its old Second World War-era vessels to rest without any immediate replacement for them as of this article's posting, with the hopes that the deals they are currently materializing will push through eventually and start the required work of replenishing the fleet of renewed gray hulls of various age, size, and shape. The last 2 out of 14 Cyclone-class patrol coastal ships of the U.S. Navy will be christened as BRP Valentin Diaz, PS-177, and BRP Ladislao Dewa, PS-178, tentatively on August 18. Flag Officer in Command Vice Admiral Toribio Adachi Jr. told the Inquirer on Tuesday. The ships, the former USS Monsoon, PC-4, and USS Chinook, PC-9, will be under the Navy's Littoral Combat Force, the unit responsible for small vessels intended for shallow water operations, he said. These vessels will help the country boost its naval patrol activities, Adachi said. The ships were handed over by the U.S. Navy's Fifth Fleet to the Philippine Navy in March during the retirement ceremony for the 2 vessels in Manama, Bahrain. They both served in the U.S. Navy for nearly 30 years. Cyclone-class patrol boats are ideal for the Philippines because you can use them in shallow waters and on riverbanks, which is good for inserting naval and marine seals. These ships, however, will not be commissioned immediately as the Philippine Navy needs to fit them with PN-specific equipment and do some minor repairs, which may take about 2 months. The Philippine-specific equipment to be installed will most likely consist of electronic warfare and decoys similar to the PS-38, which even the original does not have. The Philippine Navy is no stranger to the Cyclone class, operating one sister ship, the former USS Cyclone, PC-1, since 2004. The Philippine Navy has been studying the acquisition of additional Cyclone-class patrol vessels since the United States Navy announced plans to retire the entire class, with plans to take on between 2 and 5 vessels depending on availability and prevailing conditions. The United States Navy decommissioned 2 Cyclone-class coastal patrol vessels on March 28 and announced their transfer to the Philippine Navy on the same day.